First, there was darkness. Then came the strangers. They were a race as old as time itself. They had mastered the ultimate technology, the ability to alter physical reality by will alone. They called this ability tuning. But they were dying. Their civilization was in decline. And so they abandoned their world, seeking a cure for their own mortality. Their endless journey brought them to a small blue world in the farthest corner of the galaxy. Our world. Here they thought they had finally found what they had been searching for.
Communion After Dark.
The model citizen that the establishment require. Don't ever act remotely militant, or throw your books upon the fire. We will assist you with your bad behavior, whilst losing sight of your sanity. Delete your hopes and pent-up desires. No need to question my authority.
Massive global mind control.
They tell you what you want to hear. They share what you can view. Inject you, then you will comply, whilst using mind control on you. They say it's gonna be okay, when that's the furthest from the truth. Conspiracies they can't deny. Just don't believe their words, because they're lying to you. Now my reality feels so fucking wrong. Like we've fallen through a great space in time. How we're living now, is this our new normal? So do what they demand, and all fall into line. They tell you what you want to hear. They share what you can view. Inject you, then you will comply, whilst using mind control on you. They say it's gonna be okay, when that's the furthest from the truth. Conspiracies they can't deny. Just don't believe their words, because they're lying to you.
Massive global mind control.
They tell you what you want to hear. They share what you can view. Inject you, then you will comply, whilst using mind control on you. They say it's gonna be okay, when that's the furthest from the truth. Conspiracies they can't deny. Just don't believe their words, because they're lying to you.
Wenn er am Steuer sitzt, dann fühle ich mich lebendig.
devastation that's restricted from society. We watch nations as they crumble from sea to shining sea. Brace for the impact that is coming our way from a global sacrifice and the rise of fallen days. We feel the impact, we feel the noise. We stand our ground and pray for better days. We have awakened from this dream just to adapt to reality. To all the ones who've lost their way, you're not alone. I feel stars that shine. We are the ones left behind. We are the Portland. We are the Portland. We are the voices that cry. We are the ones that will rise. We are the Portland. We are the Portland. We are the stars that shine. We are
see I am nothing but weak? I can't keep my own feelings restrained. Can't you see I need the rush that I get whenever I'm close to you? Well, you know this is all that I've got and all that I ever was, and it's for you. Till I'm losing myself, my soul is at ease in your hands. I don't think you get it, can't you see it? I can't get more clear than this. I won't forget it, I'll never let it slip away from me. I don't think you get it, can't you see it? I can't get more clear than this. I won't forget it, I'll never let it slip away from me. Why don't you see I am nothing but weak? I can't keep my own feelings restrained. Can't you see I need the rush that I get whenever I'm close to you? Well, you know this is all that I've got and all that I ever was, and it's for you. Till I'm losing myself, my soul is at ease in your hands. I don't think you get it, can't you see it? I can't get more clear than this. I won't forget it, I'll never let it slip away from me.
Welcome back to Communion After Dark. It is the week of October 4th. And we are joined. Yeah, it's Halloween month.
It's exciting.
We are joined today by Eric from Spankthenun. Hi, Eric.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us again. It's been a while, so good to have you back. Our first show for October.
Yes.
And you just heard my set on Paradise again. The last song in my set was brand new Blacklight. They have a new album coming out called Into the Void. It comes out this coming Friday on Bandcamp, so check that out. And the song you heard was World, which is currently one of their pre-release songs that's on the album. And yeah, it's brand new. I'm excited about the album. I've only heard the few songs so far, but love their first album. Very cool to see that they have a second album out again. It's nice to some good synth pop music there. That album, their first one, a couple years ago, I had it in my top 10 when it came out. Number 6 in my set was by Uncreated out of Sweden. And Uncreated has a brand new album as well coming out called Symbiosis. This will be their second full-length album. Comes out November 12th, so that is not out yet. This is one of the, again, pre-release songs that they have up for order, like if you buy it on Bandcamp. The song's called Rush, and that's featuring Mikhail Engstrom from Covered in Snow. That's the band he's from. And yeah, great song. Good synth pop there as well from Uncreated. Always good time. And they also have many other collaborations on there. There's singles that they put out with Mark Hawkins from Mesh. That song is on there. Hand Grenade, I believe, was the name of that track. And then the track that they did with Zenturian Prime is also going to be on the album. And then there's a bunch of stuff that hasn't been released yet. So looking forward to that album.
Mikkel Engstrom is a very strong, good Swedish name.
Yes, it is. I agree. That's a great Swedish name. Yep. Covered in Snow, the band is also from Sweden, so I guess it kind of works out there. The fifth song I said was brand new, Aesthetic Perfection. He released his single for the month of October. It's called Bark at the Moon. Perfect title for October. Yeah, he is now based out of Austria, by the way. No longer lives in the United States. He's been there for a while, I believe, in Austria. But yeah, it's on the Bark at the Moon single. So again, he's been releasing singles every single month since January for the whole year of 2021. He's got 2 more to go to hit his goal of 12. And then from what I remember, he said he was going to be putting out a full-length album in early 2022. So the new song, though, I really enjoyed it. He really keeps switching up his sound on each song he's been doing, which I've really liked.
Right, and then prior to that, we heard brand new Ruin Conflict. The song called Cries of the Fallen, and that's from their Gods and Sinners Volume 1 out on Infacted Recordings.
Oh, is it Volume 1?
Yeah, there's a Volume 1,
and
then there's going to be a Volume 2.
Volume 2. Good stuff, man. He's really cranking up the vocals on that track.
Good job, Xavier. Before that, Paradise played Nakmar, also out of Austria. Maybe Nakmar and Daniel are hanging out. Thomas Rainier and Daniel. With the song Dostere Begleiter off of the album Stellenskrig that you can get on Trisel Records.
Mm-hmm. So the full length is out now for purchase. Like Gold said, if you're a fan of physical merchandise, he has offered this in many different formats. I'm pretty sure it's vinyl, CD, and then he's got a crazy military box, which you can buy to hit somebody over the head with.
Yeah, even the standard CD is really nice too. It's kind of like a long book form looking thing.
Does he sell it on cassette too?
No, 8-track.
Oh, Laserdisc.
Yeah.
Laserdisc.
Remember those movie discs before Laserdisc?
I don't remember movie disc.
All right. The second song I said was by Hocico out of Mexico. They have a brand new single out called Backstabbers. That is on the Backstabbers single on Out of Line Music. Yeah, if you're a fan of Hosiko, you will not be disappointed, I don't believe, with this track at all. Good stuff. And I started off with a brand new track from our buddy Mark Massive of Massive Ego from the UK. And his new song is called You Will Comply. That is also on Out of Line Music. So we had Mark on our Twitch stream just this past Friday, which thank you again to Mark for joining us in the chat. He was gracious enough to sit there through the whole thing while we played his videos and talk. So that was really cool of him. And it was I really like the new song, and the video's cool that he put out. He does good. He does a really good job with his videos.
He sent me a message this morning saying that his fingers hurt from all the typing in the chat. He said it was hard work, but he loved it.
His fingers hurt.
Fingers hurt from all the typing.
He goes that Twitch is like pretty tricky. It's hard to keep it up.
Maybe we should invite him more often.
Yeah, I enjoyed having him on. But all right, so a large amount of brand new stuff in that set. Some good stuff that's been coming out over the last couple of weeks in the scene, which is nice to see. All right, so I have we got to do our shot of the week in honor of Eric joining us from Spankthenun.
You gonna do a shot with us?
So let me get my shot.
I could do this old tea.
I have this giant beer.
Whoa.
All right, so there we go. Turn it this way. There we go. All right, cheers. Shot of the week time.
Now drink your drink.
God.
Don't spit it out.
I know. Come on, Mouse. Down it.
Get in.
Ahoy!
Do it. She's like,
So crunchy.
Ooh.
You have the waste paper basket by you to barf in.
That's all full of stuff.
I did some whiskey. I don't know. It wasn't very good. Probably rancid by now. All right. We got Eric coming up here with a set soon. I hope you did your shot with us. Everybody out there who's listening and are watching us on YouTube, as you keep in mind, we do show our video on YouTube every week. Otherwise, you can just listen to us on all our other formats. And we have no guests next week, so you just come back and enjoy us. But we got more music coming up on this show. And I want to thank everybody again who has been supporting us at Community After Dark. Hey, Eric, look at this. I wanted to show you this since we got Spankthenun, your name of your band. I still got my paddle, my Community After Dark paddle. Yeah. Nice. Somebody made this a while back when we were actually pretty cool. People were making this stuff. Yeah, it's a nice paddle, man. I forgot about that thing. I just remember when I saw your name, I was like, oh, hey, I got a paddle. I can spank some nuns if I see them. But
they deserve it.
Yeah.
It's better to do it when you don't let them know ahead of time. Just sneak up on them.
Sneak up on them.
Nuns. Smack those nuns.
That's right.
Whack.
And then give them one of our stickers and run away.
Surprise, whack the nun.
Whack the nun. Yeah, that was a game that didn't work out too well in the arcades with the kids. Whack a nun. Didn't work.
Yeah. All right, Mouse is next. You coming? You want to tell people you're starting off with?
Well, I'm going to start out with See the Six, but also the set's going to get kind of crazy. It's all over the place. So just bear with me and enjoy the ride.
It's the best ones.
Yeah. Yeah. So come back.
This is Communion After Dark Radio, and you are listening to DJ Boss.
The metal walls
Welcome back, Communion After Dark. This is our second set of the show. That was my set, my crazy roller coaster set. I hope you enjoyed it. The last song you heard was actually Perturbator. I know it doesn't sound like it, but that was their song Excess, covered by She Passed Away. And that just blew my mind that there was a collaboration like that. We played Perturbator before, and their newest album is kind of post-punk inspired. So I thought that was a cool collaboration. You can get that on the Excess EP, which has a number of artists doing remixes and covers of that one song. And it's on Blood Music on Bandcamp.
Blood Music. I love that name. It's the best, especially for October. That's a perfect name.
You need a blood dripping effect right now.
Yes. We're not as talented as you, Eric, with that type of stuff. So that would be cool.
Before that was Ricky. Ricky's going to be at Absolution Fest. She's from LA. And that was her song Marigold on her upcoming album called Gold. It's going to be out on November 26th. Gold. Oh. I played 2 Gold songs in a row.
Yeah.
That song, that Marigold song, I can hear a boy singing. And I think it might be Tesla Boy. So I listened to Ricky and Tesla Boy all day today. And I'm in that retro wave mood.
Nice. Yeah, she will be at Absolution Fest this coming week here in Ybor City on Friday, October 8th.
Yes. Before that, I played Fragrance, or Fragrance if you're an American.
Did you say frog dance?
Fragrance. That was the song Covered in Gold. And that is from their upcoming album called Saltwater, which comes out on November 5th on Haunt's label, Synth Religion. Just one track is available now from that album.
Nice. I like the last album he put out, so it should be good stuff, I'm sure. Fourth song in Mouse's set was by Ludovico Technique. They are back with another single.
Yeah,
this one's called
singles.
I Was. And that is out on Bandcamp currently.
Oh, I Was is the name of the song.
That's the name of the song. I Was, and it's a single, self-titled single on Bandcamp. I have no idea how many singles he's released now. It's a large amount.
I feel like it's like 4 or 5.
No, it's more than that. More than that.
I think it was 4.
No, it's like at least 6.
No, I'm gonna guess.
Easily.
I'm gonna say
Don't count them easily.
5.
I think
but thank you, Ben.
One like at halfway to Halloween with you guys or something.
Oh yeah, he's been doing them for. You know, I don't know if he's putting out full length. I don't know what Ben's planning on doing. I mean, but yeah, hey, his singles are going over really well.
Yeah, we were talking about bands that are releasing a single at a time. Why not? Go for it. Giant Monsters on the Horizon, which is the band I played before that, they're also releasing a single every month. Giant Monsters on the Horizon with the song Speak Their Names, featuring Kara Ristahl of West End Junction. So that is also a single. Thank you, Vinny, so much for sending that to us.
I wonder if she's a member of the West End Girls.
I thought I was like West End Girls. Or maybe she likes that song West End by Frozen Plasma.
Possibly too. So yeah, if you're like nowadays, that's a new trend. I don't know. Still trying to get used to that trend of singles. I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
I love it. I love it because then you just get this notification.
Well, it's easier for people who don't really care. Like you don't collect physical. You haven't anyways for a long time. Like it's harder for me because I love the physical, and and like a large amount of these digital singles. I just kind of I just feel like they get looked over after like a couple of weeks because then the next one comes out, and so it's like next, so it's like I don't know, but that's just me.
It kind of is true.
The whole industry is built around albums, and so when people put out singles, it doesn't fit like the playlist or the best of, or how to release them. It's very interesting because it's changing now with everyone at now since we've had COVID, everyone's looking for different models to release things, and they don't really fit any of the old ones.
It's starting to work though because You're more likely to trend the more your name shows up.
We heard Brand New Diffusion, the song called Ain't Gonna Fuck With My Brain. And that's the Aesthetic Club mix at, is that the record label? Jab number?
That's the name of the album. This next
it's the album? Okay. And then from the album Jab number 3 million.
Just whatever. It's Jab number blah 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 blah.
It's 31415926535, which is pi.
Pi, yeah, it's pi.
Pi. Oh, look at you guys.
It's 8675309.
The two nerds right here.
You recognized it, Eric. Don't lie.
I should know that because I learned it a million, but so many years ago, I don't remember it anymore.
I was expecting Mouse to know it all the way out to 20 positions. I was waiting for that.
Oh my god, I used to have that memorized a long time ago just to be a dork.
That's on Alpha Matrix, by the way. That new single. Mm-hmm. They've always been on Alpha Matrix, and they're still on the label. They hadn't released anything in a while, so that's pretty cool. And that was very good mix there by Fabrizio.
Yeah. Oh, Fabrizio, thank you for sending it over before the song was even released.
Yep.
And then I started out with Siva 6. They have another teaser track called Fight the Machine. This will be on their upcoming album called Death Cult. Also on Alpha Matrix. I had to put those two Alpha Matrix bands together. So you've got kind of like punchy electro at the beginning of the set. And then Ludovico is his own category, I suppose. And then my synth pop stuff going into Perturbator.
I just like that Fight the Machine and Death Cult. They sound so hard and industrial.
That's what Siva 6 is.
Yes.
Like every time they put out something, it's just like biting and fierce and
good stuff.
Hard.
That's what the cult was called before.
Yeah.
Oh, they're called the Death Cult.
Oh yeah. The band The Cult. Okay, yeah. I got you.
Oh, The Cult, yeah. And before that, they were called Southern Death Cult.
Yep. Yeah, their label says change your name.
When they made albums that you could flip like a book.
There's
one of those albums you flip like a book. Yep.
There's another good reason to tune into Community After Dark for history lessons. History lessons on music.
Which may or may not be right.
Drunk history.
We're going to talk to Eric here next set, and then we'll talk to him, of course, after that as well. But he's got a new release coming out, which he's going to be playing in his upcoming set. So that's very exciting. New Spankthenun. And then as we, I believe, mentioned last week, you have a new full-length album coming out at the end of October. So we'll talk about that as well. I do want to make sure that we get our donations in because, again, the people that have continued to help us out with donating to our podcast keep us running each week after all these years. I know it's not easy to donate. We understand that. And we appreciate everybody who still makes an effort to help our show after 13 years. We miss some of you. So come back. We need you. We miss like a lot of our old time people. But we got monthly donations from some wonderful individuals this week. Mindkiller Inc., Ashley Gray, Jason Cote, Ben B, Roland Pinar ×2. Thank you, Roland. You're awesome. He donates twice a month. Yeah. Brian Willard, Anders Arstrand, Daniel Weiss, Neil McCombie, John Dillinger, Ben Bolcock, Maria Brodeen, Marie Kiefer, who also I believe goes by Cherry Bomb. I'm not sure. I think.
No, it's
not Cherry Cola. Different cherry.
Cherry something else. Cherry Noir. She also goes by Cherry Noir.
Oh, okay. Maybe I saw her email address and said Cherry Bomb. I'm not sure. But she'll be here for Absolution. I'm looking forward to meeting Maria. I've never met her. She lives in Wisconsin, so it'll be cool to meet her as well. And thank you again, Marie, for all the support. Jesper Mathiasen, William Carroll, Nathan Price, Scott Zeman, Lauren Gustafsson, who I have met before in Germany, actually, a few times. Helium, who also I believe lives in Germany. Haven't heard from Helium in a long time. Would love to hear from Helium again. So that would be great. Alexander Vert, who lives in, I believe, Germany as well. The Dark Lord of Serpents. Yeah, the Dark Lord. That's Mr. Colwell out of, I don't know where he lives. I have no idea.
In non-Florida. But
yeah, he loves whatever. He loves
Thank
serpents.
you, Dark Lord, for supporting us on Twitch.
Yeah, hey, thanks. Yeah, he did great. Yeah, he was awesome yesterday for coming on Twitch and and supporting us. That was really cool of you, Greg. Frederick Lapham, CD, who runs EBM Worldwide, and he's been doing a large amount of events on EBM Worldwide Twitch. So Twitch is the next thing. It seems like it's a really big thing right now still for music. And if you love this scene, go support him. But yeah, CD's been doing a large amount of benefit Twitch events, which is really nice of him and very cool that he's been doing that for very good causes as well. Ricardo Rodriguez is another monthly donator. Katia Guttinger. Jill P., who is one of our longest running monthly donators. Thank you, Jill. And then Joseph Fair. All of you are awesome. We love you. And then one-time donations this week. We got one. And please, if you want to donate, in the past, that was something that I know when we first started, many people were just doing one time. You can do that if you want. We appreciate it. It helps us out tremendously. Samuel Iliff said, thank you so much for the music. I love to catch up. I've been so busy. I hope it's going well, from Samuel. So thank you, Samuel, for the one-time donation. We appreciate it. Samuel, I believe, is from Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. He used to be a monthly donator to our show, but he still donates periodically when he can, and we really, really, truly appreciate that. We love Ireland. I can't wait to come there and find the guy from the Lucky Charms box. That's my goal. That's like one of my bucket list goals.
Hello,
Go
Ireland!
there and find the guy from the Lucky Charms box.
With the pot of gold?
Yes.
I think he has a name.
He does?
It might be Lucky.
It might, that's true. I bet you that guy's name is Lucky. That's why they call it Lucky Charms. I bet you.
Is it Lucky's Charms or Lucky Charms?
It is Lucky Charm, but I think his name is Lucky.
You might
Somebody
be
in
right,
Ireland, please let us know. I feel like only the Irish can answer.
I'll tell you what.
What about Rumpelstiltskin? He'd give you a pot of gold.
He's awesome.
Mama Dice really wants to go to Ireland because she loves Peaky Blinders, and that's like her favorite show in the whole wide world. And she loves that dude, Cillian Murphy. Cillian, that's it. Yes. Yeah, she wants to go there and find him. All right. Eric is next from Spankthenun. We're going to talk about his single. He's going to play his brand new single, which is awesome. Eric, the new single features Klaus Larson as well on it as well. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we wanted to get an up-and-coming vocalist that hadn't really been out there in the world before and kind of help give him a platform. So we thought he would be a good one.
Yeah, and for all the people who may not know, Klaus Larson is...
He is a legendary frontman of Leatherstrip, Clute, and a bunch of other bands, and he's been more prolific probably the last 3 years of making music than his entire career. He just nonstop making some of the best industrial EBM, just like killer great music all the time. And he's been doing a lot of covers of Depeche Mode and Skinny Puppy lately, that in Front 242 that people are really into right now.
He's probably done more covers than anybody in the scene. We've played more covers from Klaus than anybody else.
He probably has. We were on a Twitch channel last night. We were talking about that, saying we could probably do a 5-hour show just with his covers.
Ooh,
I wouldn't doubt that. I would not doubt that because he has done a ton, and that's awesome.
Let's
Klaus
do that,
is very
Mouse.
prolific.
Let's DJ a show together. We'll both do all Leatherstrip covers.
Yeah,
there you go. Those are the ideas, man, we need out there. Those
you can call it all Klaus all the time.
Yeah. Come back for Eric's set, and then we will be talking to him, and we will discuss his new EP. See you soon.
Communion After Dark.
possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds? Possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds? Is it possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds? Is it possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds? Is it possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds? Carry on this other purpose until they have no use as
appreciation. Give me philanthropy. Spine me on your vicious anvil. Quench me in this spice water.
fuck up in 10 seconds.
Welcome back, Communion After Dark. This is Eric from Spankthenun, and you just heard my set. Let's check it out. We'll break it down. The last track was our new single, Off Beatings, featuring Klaus Larson, the legendary guy we were just talking about, on vocals. And this is the Batavia mix, another really good group that's been putting out a ton of great music. They call this their love letter to 1990s industrial music, and it has this really cool 90s synths and beats in it. We were very excited to get that mix. The single has a bunch of mixes on it, from Rebel Empire, pure EBM, Ava X, dark death metal goth version, and then you have the floor crushing hostile architect, and then you have the John Meerlin, who's a longtime collaborator with Klaus Larson in the background of a lot of his stuff, came together and really put together a great version of this track for us. But that was the Batavia mix, which we're big fans of, and we hope you guys like that. That's out now, so you can go get it. Any streaming service, follow us on Spotify if you want to add that to your playlist, or go pick it up on Bandcamp. Then before that was a remix we did for Angel Spit's new album, Diesel Priest. So this is the first single from the upcoming album that they have, and it's called Whatever Happened to Uncle Sam. I think that kind of tells you everything about the song, what it's about. But we did this just like, we call it the dumpster fire remix, because it was just like, we were taking just the most extreme beats and synths and adding a little bit of dubstep in there and stuff you hadn't heard in an Angel Spit remix before. It doesn't necessarily sound like Spankthenun, but it's something we had a lot of fun with. Then before that, we had Bronze Shot's Philanthropy. This is the edit version. I haven't heard any other versions except the edit version, but this is someone I met through Zook from Angel Spit, and he had just put this single out, and I want to make sure other people heard it. Has a really cool kind of Skinny Puppy vibe to it. But to me, it's like really cool, just really dark, and it's very, very good. It doesn't have that traditional kind of 4-on-the-floor beat that you're used to hearing all the time. And then before that, we heard Catnip, her song Love, from her All Dance Alone album. So this is another independent artist that you need to hear about. Catnip, spelled a little bit funny, so you're gonna have to copy it from the notes here and paste it to go search for it. But it's on Bandcamp. And if you like that kind of like techno, dark techno, kind of, but it's not really like that Berlin dark techno, but it's just kind of a techno electro vibe to it. She's doing really cool stuff. She also has some other albums out that have more industrial feel to it. I did play this song at minus 10 BPM, so it sounds more industrial than it normally does. But that's how I like to listen to it, so that's how I played it.
Pretty cool. And
before that, we have Malice Machine Prototype. It's another track that is from another group that I think people need to hear more of. And that song is just one I really like from them. Brand new album. I think it came out like 2 weeks ago. Before that was Dread Risk, Places You Fear Most, Suffer Ring remix. And I'm a big fan of Witch House. I know someone else here is. So I had to bring a Witch House song. I love Witch House. Was just on chat with a couple Witch House bands talking about a tour and doing some shows. We did some Witch House shows a couple of weeks earlier with a couple bands. But this is one where I'm a big fan of Dread Risk, another band from Texas, where we're from. And this is something, it doesn't sound like all of their songs, but it's just got a really cool vibe to this remix. So we really like this one. And then the very beginning, we played, I think they're a new band. I don't know if this song's out yet. I think it's out. I'm not sure. They've had a few release like singles, like that we were talking about earlier, where the singles like every so often is Vein Cramp with Roots. And this feels like, I think they're putting this out as a full-length album. What they sent was 6 or 7 songs. And this one is just one of my favorite songs. I really like mid-tempo, industrial, kind of just dark grinding. And to me, this is an exciting song that I like to put in all my sets the last couple weeks when I've been DJing.
Cool. That's on. They have a new EP. Is that EP out? The Pariah EP?
I don't think it's out yet. I don't think it's out yet.
All right. Awesome. All right. Well, there you go. That's fairly cool. So, like, some stuff we haven't heard on the show before, and a few bands that I think I think Mouse, you played that Mouse Machine band a few times, right? Or no, maybe not. Maybe we haven't heard that band. I don't know.
Yeah. I did play Malice Machine a few times.
It might have been their previous album.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It wasn't that long ago. It was like a month ago.
Okay, well, maybe you did. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably played it when it came out a month ago. I think it came out a month ago.
And then Vein Cramp, I've never heard of.
Nope.
Cool.
Nope. Some cool stuff on there, Eric. Good job. So, Eric, your new single, Off Beatings, which, like you mentioned already, has a number of different remixes on it and features Klaus Larson as a collaboration on vocals with yourself, I take it? Or
yeah, my brother vocals. Is the other half of the band, and he and I are both on the vocals in the chorus, and we wrote the track, sent it to him, and said we would really be excited and happy if you did some verses on this and helped us with this track. And we had been looking for a track for probably 2 years to work with him on, and with him doing vocals. He had done the chorus on a song, our first single 2 years ago, Rotting Meat. And, for the last 2 years, we were borderline intimidated, borderline like trying to find the right song and just get him to lay down some vocals. And we also wanted to get, the best out of him, and we were really pushing to get something really strong out of him. We feel like this is one of the best performances we've heard from him. We're biased because it's our track, but we could have got the track back and it wasn't great, So he just really put some fire in this one, and then immediately had to call John Meerland, who's his main collaborator, and say, man, you got to put some of that unhuman magic on it that they did together last year, and he just made it more fierce and more aggressive than we'd originally intended it. And the original version, with Klaus singing on, it's going to be on the album. It's not on the single, so we still have more versions of this song coming.
I kind of like that because you put out the single, but you did not put out the original version of the track. So people have to wait for the actual album to hear the original version of that, which I like, because most singles come out and they have the original version, then they have all the mixes.
Yep.
You did it
when
differently. You just have the mixes on the single. The original version will actually be on the album itself. So that's pretty cool. I like the way you handled that.
Yeah, we wanted to give people something to look forward to, and didn't want it to feel like, because it's the first track on the album. It comes out on the October 27th, and we want, one hand, you could have that as the first track and people are excited because they know the track. But on the other hand, we want them to know the track, but be excited because it's different than the versions they had heard before.
Cool. That's really, I like that. I like the way you handled that single. It's definitely different, and it's not your normal format. So the new album will be coming out on October, is it 27th? Is that the date?
Yep, 27th, just in time for everybody to get for Halloween and play at all their parties. That's the plan.
What's the new album going to be called?
It's called The Bunker Tapes Volume 2.
Yeah, we could have figured that out, Mark.
Yep, could have figured out. So the plan is to do 3 bunker tape volumes. Back in January last year, when we started writing this album right before COVID, we were planning for an album release during the summer, but then when everything locked down, we decided just to write as many tracks as we could. And by the end of March, we had like 20 tracks, and we're like, we can't put all that on one album. So we started breaking it up. And then all of a sudden, all these bands became available that aren't normally available to do remixes last year. So we got so many cool remixes for, the previous album with Dominate and some of the other tracks that that's still a bestseller for us. And that came out over a year ago. And people are still discovering it all over the place. So we wanted Volume 2 to be a continuation and then evolve to a new sound. So over these 3 volumes, we're going to have 2 pick up right where 1 left off with this early 90s kind of German, Denmark industrial vibe with the kind of big crunchy beats on it and the bass lines. And then this one's going to morph into like traditional EBM. So when Bunker Tapes 2 comes out, it's going to start off very similar to Bunker Tapes 1, and it's going to morph into more of a straight EBM album with a couple weird tracks on it. And then Bunker Tapes 3, which we already have written and we have remixes already done for it, which will come out next year, is going to take it really into the modern era of like where EBM is now and where it can go, kind of where we seen it go in the future. So it's kind of a whole package that we're kind of a journey that we're going on with these.
Oh, that's awesome. Is there any like any like nod to Wumpscut? Because I know Wumpscut put out Bunker Gate. I know it's not the same, but
yeah,
that comes to mind. Like Bunker Gate 7, like the big one from Wumpscut back in the day.
Bunker
it was really, I would say the two biggest influences were Leatherstrip and Wumpscut. And if we're lucky, and maybe we'll have some kind of Rudy involvement at some point, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
but we don't.
He'll fly over and play live.
I know. I'm like, Rudy, if you could just say no on an audio and send that to me, that sounds good. We'll put that into the album.
That'd be great.
That'd be pretty cool.
Exactly.
Hell no.
If you could say hell no, that'd be perfect. Well, for your biggest hit of 2021. Yeah, that would be our ultimate dream, is to get Rudy involved, because it really brings, the Klaus part of it. We got that, and we got the Rudy part would be really awesome. But we're working with different bands that really like that style of music too, and able to bring it out. We have a track with Cult, KALT Cult, not the Southern Death Cult. But they basically redid the whole album, covered it, re-sang it. One of our tracks that we're going to be putting out later in the year. So we have a lot of cool stuff that we've been working with some of our favorite industrial bands that have been around for a long time.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, we'll talk a little bit more to Eric before the show is over with, and discuss some additional things regarding his music. But in the meantime, let's go back to music for Gold. Gold's got the last set of the show. And don't forget as well, after our last talking part, we also have a final track. So don't go anywhere, where we still got a large amount of music before the show is over with. All right, Tom, you ready? Let's go.
This is After Dark Radio, and you are listening to DJ Gold.
What did you do to me last night? I'm still vibrating all over. I'm science fiction. Deep-sea creature. Change me. Science fiction. Tropical.
together. Now I really know that they were wrong. Many parts of me are better, bringing all the new together. Now I really know that they were wrong.
es nie Momente, da ist es viel zu viel. Doch du kämpfst immer weiter und akzeptierst es stumm. Doch ständig bleibt die Frage, gibt es auch ein Warum? Die Zeit will uns verzehren, wie ein Feuer, das verbrennt. Niemand kann sich wehren, auch wenn du das Ende kennst. Zurück bleibt nur die Asche eines Lebens, Freud und Leid. Genieße den Moment, damit er für ewig bleibt. Damit er für ewig bleibt. Die Zeit will uns verzehren, wie ein Feuer, das verbrennt. Und niemand kann sich wehren, auch wenn du das Ende kennst. Zurück bleibt nur die Asche eines Lebens, Freud und Leid. Genieße den Moment, damit er für ewig bleibt.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Communion After Dark. I'm DJ Tom, and you just heard brand new Contravoid. They're back with a new album called Faceless, and that was the title track that they released off that. I don't think the whole thing's out yet. They're just giving you the one song for now, and that's on Bandcamp. And prior to that, we heard brand new Blue Forge. I love this synth-pop band. I love this guy's voice. And they're out with a new album called Soul Rockets, and the song is called Break It Down on their own record label, Blue Forge Records.
Prior to that, Gold plays Schwarzschild with the song Asha, and that's on their release called Metric. Not sure if that's an album.
Yeah, that's a
full-length album, okay. And you can get that on Echo Zone, favorite label of ours.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, third song Gold set was by Ravenous. They are back. It has been a long time since the last Ravenous release.
20 years.
Ravenous is members of Funkervot,
Fictional,
so there's many
Ice
bands.
Fabric.
Ice Fabric, yep, there you go. And the song you played was called Roots. That is on the upcoming album called Forward to the Roots, which will be released on Repo Records. Again, that is the same label that puts out music for Aganoise, Funkervot, and as Ice Fabric as well. They're also on that label. So pretty awesome. Yep. Is this brand new song, or is this like are these new Ravenous tracks?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard of these. Remember they had stuff in the can ready to go, and the album never came out. So I don't know if it's been updated or touched up, but I mean, it's got its usual good production quality on it. I want to thank Thomas Garrett of Ravenous for sending that over to me. It was nice of him.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, it's awesome to hear that they have something new out.
It's got Silver Ray on it and stuff like that, so I remember that track.
This is the second track called Roots we played on today's show.
Yeah.
You get a Roots show today.
Yeah, it's a Roots show.
Now we're all going to get root canals.
Root beer.
And Gold show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Roots and Gold.
Roots and Gold.
Roots and Gold, yeah. Go ahead, Gold.
Remember this one? Okay. Then we heard Alien Air with a song called Wonder Dicer Welt. And that's a self-titled one from Team H Entertainment. It's really good. A little more hard-hitting than their last ones, if you like that and one sound. They give it to you.
Can't go wrong with that sound.
Yep. And then I started off with Daddy Bear. I played this song before, but they've released a new digital single on Bandcamp, but this time Morris Black touched it up with a remix, and it's really fucking good.
And everything Morris Black does just bombs. Nobody listens to it.
Great.
It's funny when we're doing sets, we're having to decide how many Morris Black remixes go into a set, because it would dominate the whole set without even putting a Morris Black song in there. In fact, we have a remix of Morris Black that we're waiting for the next album next year to put out.
After the Leather Strip covers show, we can just do a complete 5-hour Morris Black remixes show.
I like it. Let's do it.
All right.
Black
Good job, Gold. Good job. So that Contravoid, that's new?
Yep.
Coming out, huh?
Yep.
Brand new, just dropped on Friday.
I'm a big fan of this Daddy Bear. Matt's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Matt. I mean,
Matt, yeah, from Caustic.
Caustic, and what's the other one? The short name.
Oh, Clack.
Clack, yeah, Clack is awesome.
Yeah.
We had him on. We had him on one of the shows a couple months ago that we did together.
That's right. That's right.
Didn't he do a concert at IKEA where they were talking about it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe they would if they. I would believe it.
I think that's something you would do.
I saw some video footage. They were in front of an IKEA and they're like, "I think we're going to do a show here." And
really?
Yeah, they were going to try to do something. I don't know if they went through with it.
I've eaten meatballs at IKEA. Does that count?
Ooh, Swedish meatballs.
Yeah. And I could see them doing like a renegade photo video shoot, like in the different sets at IKEA.
They'll never let them do that.
Yeah, he'll be lying down on the bed.
Out to go to another IKEA. Just keep doing it.
She'll just lie down in the bed.
Yeah, but this Daddy Bear track, I was excited when I heard it, the first version, the original version of it, because it's got such a cool kind of crossover appeal to it, and it's just such another dimension of the stuff you're used to hearing from them, and it's exciting to hear stuff like that for me.
Yeah, and I think the female vocal in that track is Grab Your Face.
Grab Your Face, yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah.
And there's a new I think there's a remix from Grab Your Face at the end of this too.
Yeah, that's on the EP.
Yeah.
So, quickly, Absolution Fest is this coming Thursday. If you're still hearing this show before Thursday or before Friday or Saturday, because Absolution Fest runs from October 7th through October 9th, is a festival that I started 3 years ago now, I believe, 2019. It came out of the conversations I was having with DJ Winters, of all people. And that's why I just said, like, why not? Let's start it up. It couldn't hurt. So, second one we're doing. Next year, we will be doing another one. Brand news. This is like spanking brand news. We are going to have an Absolution Fest 2022. It will happen next year, October 6th through 8th. But this one is going October 7th through 9th here in Ybor City. Make sure you come and support the festival if you can. If you don't feel comfortable coming out, we understand. It's been a difficult year for some people, for many people actually, and I completely understand that. Masks are required. I'm not going to get into a conversation about masks. You don't like masks, you don't have to come out. We understand that. I respect it. Cool, whatever. Doesn't matter to me, but masks are required. The bands feel better with that idea, and so we're going with it. Next year, hey, it might be a completely different vibe, and we hope so because we want things to get back to normal as well. But in the same respect, I want to thank Eric again. We're going to talk to him as well before this is over with. We have a last song coming up. We have comments coming up. But I know I've asked you this before, Eric, but I still have to ask the question because it probably was 2 years ago when I asked this. Spankthenun, where'd the name come from? Like, were you mad in Catholic school? Did you go to Catholic school? Did you hate nuns? Did you just want to spank them because they have those, like, cool outfits on? Whatever they call them. I don't know. Like those, whatever. I don't even know what they call them.
I think they're called a habit.
Habits. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I got to
I went to a Catholic school, and I would have liked to have spanked a bunch of nuns because they were rude, mean, yelled at me too much. Didn't like the fact that I chewed on my Bible or whatever it was, the hymnal in church, because I was like bored. I mean, whatever.
Chewing on your.
I want to hear more about chewing on the hymnal.
Yeah, singing those stupid songs, So but no, really, where did the name come from?
We should put out a hymnal actually of Spankthenun's.
There you go. Yeah.
There's another idea. So I dated a girl that was in an all-girls Catholic school.
Okay.
And she kept getting in trouble all the time. She's about 18. It was like the last year of school. I think she got out in trouble all the years before that too. But we just happened. I was waiting with her mom, and we were waiting to go pick her up. And we went around this like other way to get in the parking lot to go pick her up. And we saw the nuns smoking cigarettes in the back of the school, like back area. And I'm sitting there going, dude, her mom was just talking about how they would smack her on the knuckles, they would spank her in the school, and they were talking. She was talking about all the stuff when we were driving over there. And so I said, well, when they do something wrong, who spanks them? And then I'm like, oh, damn. I call my brother. I'm like, we got the band. Let's go put a band together. The name came first, then the band came second.
That's awesome.
That's great.
And when we were kicking this whole thing off, I have a marketing background, so I'm like, we need something that no one else can compete with when you search for it, and it's easy to find. And putting the 3 words Spankthenun together, if you separate the words, different things come up.
Sure.
So be careful where you're searching those. But if you put it up, Spankthenun is one word. It only is the only thing that comes up. So
yeah, no, that's good. That's good because your name stands out.
Yep.
So if you're looking for your music, your name's going to stand out. There's no doubt. If you put them all together, like you said, if you separate them, yes, then it's going to. Who knows what's going to come up?
Yeah, we didn't want to have a name like Intermission or the.
I've already said that. I've said that on the show before. I'm like, well, if you're going to name yourself, Bob, just and then you expect people to go find your band, it's a little difficult.
There was a band called Porn.
Yeah, good luck.
And they changed it. They had to change it.
Yeah, well,
the P0.
Probably better that they changed it.
It stands for something now, which I can't remember.
So now this will be your fourth full length, or is it your fifth?
Technically it's like the third, but it is really the fourth because we did a third album that was all remixes. It had like 20 songs on it, so that feels like a full release. But this is our fourth full length. Yes. Right. So we're putting this one will have, I think, 10 new tracks on it, and then it's going to have 4 or 5 remixes, and we got some pretty cool remixes we've been sitting on for like a year. It's crazy.
Nice.
Some of the bands are like, hey, when's that song coming out? You know, and it's like they remixed it a year ago. But there's some very, very good remixes that we're excited about on this one. But it's 10 brand new songs, and I played some of them during some of the DJ sets that I do. So I played like Industrial Beats, and I played Lockdown and a couple of those tracks. But most of the tracks have never been heard before. And maybe they'll hear them on this show in the next month before it comes out. I'll hear a couple of those. I'll send them over to you guys early. But we're pretty excited about it because there's so much we want to do, and it feels like there's not enough time to do it all. It's just crazy.
Sure. Yeah, no, it makes sense. So, and it's cool. You're doing this with your brother.
Yep.
It's not like Oasis. Like you're not like wanting to beat each other up or anything like that. Like like some of those brother bands.
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty awesome. You're able to work with your brother.
Yeah, it's
you don't fight with your brother, do you?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. So yeah, it's a blast because he lives in LA. I live in Dallas, so maybe that helps. But we work on everything remotely over the internet and all that. We've done that for several years, and then he'll fly out to me in Dallas, and we'll do promo material and stuff and videos, and then we'll do a lot of green screen work where he has green screens at his theater. He runs a theater in LA, and so he has access to some cool stuff, and we'll do green screen stuff together, or we'll do remote shows together. But a couple weeks ago, he came out here in Dallas. We played a couple shows. Then we played a show at Elysium in Austin, and we filmed it. So we're going to be releasing the live video from that. And that was filmed by Eric and Gabby Gustafson. So everyone knows them.
Yep.
Yes. And it looks amazing. I was just looking at one of the second video from that today, and we're going to be releasing some of that starting around Halloween time, so people that haven't seen us live, because we've only done a few shows, can see what it is like to see us live, and then hopefully we can get out there. We'll be playing songs from the old album and the new album. So just a couple weeks ago, we played a couple new songs as well, and it was good because people, when you see a crowd, you show up and they've never heard the songs. Right. And they react to them in a positive way. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
So it taught us a lot that we feel like we're really on the right path with these tracks.
No doubt. All right. Well, we're gonna go last song, and then we'll talk a little bit more. And we got comments to read. Assemblage 23 is next. Gold's playing this, of course.
It's the song's Divide, and that's the Clan of Zymox remix from their Failure 20th Anniversary Edition on Metropolis Records.
Myself in shapeless oceans whose depths conceal more than they show. Beliefs obscured, life is surround them, a legacy they'd been be myself with no companion but the salty earth and sky. And suddenly there came my focus, the world around me clarified.
All right, well, welcome back to Me After Dark. You heard our show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you to Eric from Spankthenun again for coming on the show. We truly appreciate you taking your time out. Again, his new single is available. Pick it up on Bandcamp. Spankthenun is one word, so type it in as one word, and you will find his music. Go support him and give him some love. Help him out. You know, we need people. The bands need your support, just like we ask for your support. It's very important. I mean, if you love the scene and you want to keep it running, help out these bands. The few comments real quick, and then we'll just talk a little bit more, and then we are going to say goodbye. DFelix007, I know who that is, from YouTube. These are all from YouTube. Said, cheers from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Listening to you for 4 years now. Thank you. I love comments like that to know where you're coming from, or where you live, I should say. So that's really cool. Sao Paulo, never been to Brazil, never been to South America, but we love the fact that you're listening to us. Dirty Juicy Molina, DJ Dirty Juicy, we love Dirty Juicy. He said, just heard today's episode and stuck out till the end, which you all should be doing. He said, heard you were talking about poop in other languages. And by the way, if you go to our Mixcloud, Biblio Dude, who's one of our big listeners as well, put so many languages of poop on there. I just can't follow it. It's just too many. But thank you, Biblio Dude, for doing so much work on the word poop. But Dirty Juicy said, Spanish is caca. I love that. Caca. Italian is cacaca. What's the difference? Ka. They added an extra C to the word.
There's 3 syllables.
Maybe if it's really smelly.
That's Italian. German is kake. German sounds like it's like almost sounds like perfume. Portuguese is fezes or feces, but with a Z. And then Paris, and then he has Farsi, which I'm not sure what Farsi is. It says feces. And then all the ones I know, he said at this time. So he said, so I don't know if that was supposed to be Farsi. What is Farsi?
Farsi is a language.
It is? Okay.
It's
well,
Indian.
feces.
It's Indian, I believe.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Eric. See, I'm not as up on that type of stuff, so I apologize. But that's pretty cool. I like how Portuguese says feces, but they just add a Z to it. Yeah. And then Italian's my favorite. Kake. Or caca.
Caca. Caca. That's what you said.
Yeah, the extra C. Caca.
It's like endangered feces.
Endangered feces.
Oh my god.
That could be an album name.
Endangered Feces could be a band name. That's incredible.
There you go.
It's a punk band.
And Maru Capobay said, Mouse, two sets son mes favorite. Mouse, I don't know how. I can't read this because I'm gonna send this to Mouse. Wait a minute. Let me go ahead and send this to Mouse in our chat. And I'll let Mouse read this because this is for her, and I am not about to try and read a bunch of stuff I don't understand. I'm not sure. I think this is French. I'm pretty sure this is French.
Oh, I don't know if I can pronounce French.
There you
I'll
go.
give it a shot. All right. Maru Capobel says, Mouse, tu sets son mis favoritos desde el 2012. Thank you so much for making me dance while working.
I'm assuming that means that you've been his favorite since 2012.
2012, yeah.
It's a long time.
It's Spanish.
Spanish.
Your sets are my favorite since 2012. Thank you so much for making me dance while working.
Spanish, okay. Yeah. All right, cool. I like it. Cool. I wish I knew more Spanish and,
Thank you,
and
Maru.
French. All right, Eric. So again, I know you've been doing a large amount. You've been on a large amount of Twitch streams. Your new music's coming out. You're very busy, dude. And I want to thank you as well because Eric actually was one of the people. Well, you actually did some of our graphics for Absolution Fest this year. It was a little difficult because, unfortunately, with everything that we've been going through, so many challenges in the world that we had so many band changes with Absolution this year. I appreciate everybody who helped out, but I know even with you, Eric, it was a little bit of a challenge because I had to keep changing bands and other things. And so, but thanks for the graphics. They look great. That's one thing you do that many people may not know about, but your graphic work and your visuals that you can create are phenomenal. So yeah, you're very talented in that area, and we appreciate all the help you gave us.
I appreciate it, and I enjoy doing it. And I recognize you're rocking the Absolution colors in the background.
Yeah, all right, Eric.
Representing, I like it. Yeah, it's I understand. The bands change, the lineups aren't locked in like they used to be these days.
No.
So these things do change, and we were supposed to play 4 or 5 shows with some pretty big name bands that we're not going to be able to play in November now. So we're rescheduling and doing some stuff. Luckily, we hadn't announced them, so we didn't have to tell everybody 2022, and all that stuff. But understand, it's a challenging thing, and a lot of these changes happen. I was impressed that Cold Waves went off last week, and what happened because I was expecting that to completely get canceled, even though they lost some of the same bands that you guys lost, and it's an ongoing struggle. I tell people that if you're waiting for the old normal to come back, you're going to wait forever. There's a new normal that we're still figuring out what it is, and a lot of this is going to be frustrating for clubs and venues and promoters and bands. It's just going to make it harder for a while. Just anything to look at that's positive. The amount of killer music we've had in the last year in this scene, dark electro, dark wave, synthpop. It's more music than we would have ever got if all these bands were touring last year. And I'm sure they'd rather have been touring, but we're getting like double and triple the amount of music we would have ever got. Sales for home studio equipment is like still at an all-time high than it's ever been. So, as long as we're getting good music out of this, I mean, there's some upside to it.
Of course, yeah, and things are improving as every day goes by. So we'll keep that hope alive that next year will be even better. But yeah, thank you again. Make sure again that you check out Spankthenun's music on Bandcamp, and like you say, he's on all the streaming formats.
Every streaming format. Follow us on Spotify. And follow us and buy on Bandcamp. Those are the best places. And also, you were talking about masks. I went and grabbed one of our masks.
There you go.
Any Communion After Dark fans watching this show today, if they go buy a CD from us on Bandcamp, we'll give them this mask for free.
Woo!
So, just for Communion After Dark fans. So all you got to do is when you buy it, in the note, say Communion After Dark, and then we'll cover you on that.
Wow!
That's awesome.
Oh,
Thanks, nice. Eric. That's very cool.
Enjoy.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so even more of a reason to go buy the music.
When you get a mask, you got to go to Absolution. So no excuses.
There you go. I agree. Yeah, so that's awesome. Yeah, and but thank you again, and we look forward to hearing your new album coming out in the next month, basically. 25 days, more or less, 23 days from the date of this air. So looking forward to that, and we will be playing plenty of Spankthenun, I'm sure, once this airs, once the new album, comes out on the 27th of October. But we would love to have you back, so let's definitely work on that again before it gets as long as it has since the last time. Because like you said, it's been since, I believe, April of 2020 since the last time you've been on.
It was. I think that was when we had first started talking about having bands on the show, and you guys really took it to the next level over the last year. So it's good to see what you guys are doing. I've seen the numbers double on YouTube in the last 12 months, and it's good to have a channel where people can come to and hear this music that they just don't have to turn on the radio and listen to what they're subjected to.
No, yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, and we appreciate all our listeners who are still with us after all these years. It's been a long time coming. But all right, so enjoy October. And enjoy some great music from Spankthenun and from other bands that'll be coming out in October. But I'm very excited about October because it's the best month of the year. Always the best month of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Always. All right. Well, I guess we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. What a giant beer. Oh, Tom, did you see my Pringles?
What flavor is it?
They're Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich Pringles.
That's the best.
You need to have Dave from Wendy's on the cover with it.
Yeah, no, it's got a Wendy's logo on it.
Oh my God, what do they taste like?
They taste like paprika Pringles, which we
I like their spicy nuggets, and then they quit selling them every once in a while. But they have really good spicy nuggets, probably the same flavor.
Well, even the word album is strange because we don't really have albums anymore. When albums came out, they were 6 or 7 vinyl records, and you would turn it like a photo album, and you would get the one whole album because records ran really fast, so you had to put two songs, a song on each side, and then have like 5 or 6 records in a box, and that would be your album.
I've never even seen that.
That's
before my time.
I think you're really dating yourself now. You're only 2 years. Gold's only like 2 years older than me. But
back in 1942.
My parents had some of them. They're albums.
That's an interesting tidbit of the past. Thank you,
Tom. I like it, Tom.
People say, but then they say album because it's really fast to say, my album. But you can come up with my release.
But I'm trying to figure but no, yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. There was stuff like that in the past.
Lost formats.
But that's where the word album, because if you were just holding one record or CD, how is that an album?
Well, how's a CD a record?
Yeah,
that's a good point. Thank you, Samuel.
Mark, stop.
What happened?
You froze and cut out for a second. Right after you said thank you, Samuel. Whatever was after that didn't catch.
You went into the Matrix.
Welcome back, Community After Dark. This is Eric from Spankthenun.
No Community After
Who
Dark.
also said Community After Dark?
That's what Kiger says.
Yes.
Oh my God. You know what? I wrote it like that like one time, like a year ago too. Mark's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Will someone turn off that music?
That's enough. I'm putting an end to this freak show right now.